Hey guys, today I thought we could do a shop my stash. So a little different. I'm going to try to condense this little intro because it takes me a minute to pick this stuff out. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I wanted to do something I hadn't done in a while. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. So I'm excited. I'm using stuff in my collection. I'm very, very excited for this. So without further ado, let's get to picking stuff. I haven't really changed the setup since the last time we did this, so I am going to pick a foundation. One of the last videos I did was a drugstore video, so I'm going to kind of pick a higher end collection of Shop My Stash, just because it's been a while. I'm a drugstore girl. I like my drugstore, and try to stick with it a lot. I'm not saying I won't have any. I'm just going to try to stick more with higher end things. So that's the point. My Pat McGrath foundation. I love the Born This Way matte. Fenty. I used this not long ago. I actually was thinking about Huda Beauty the other day. Just the regular Born This Way. I kind of had this on my mind, and it's, you can see it's a little separated just because it's been like sitting there. But I had this on my mind, and this is the NARS matte foundation. So I'm kind of thinking I might use this today because I've been thinking about it lately. So I have two different shades. So I'm going to take both shades. So here are my more affordable foundations. Like I said, I'm going to keep it more high end, so I'm not really going to go through this drawer, but I thought I'd show it to you. This is where I keep most of them, so I'm going to stick with the NARS. Most of my primers are over there where I film, so I'll show you those in just a second. Concealers, we'll pick one out of over there where I film. Looking up here at the top, this is just kind of the back of the plastic cases I have that have some things in them, but just this dusty little shelf here. I have my phone case. I have lashes. I have a sample of CC cream. I have some Mary Kay. I have my Fenty powder. This container has like lip gloss in it. Anastasia Beverly Hills thing I got maybe last Christmas. I don't remember, but anyway, in it has it has a few things, and it's dusty, so just overlook it. It had the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara, eye primer, and then it has this liquid liner. I'm gonna try the liner. I've heard so many good things about it, so I'm gonna try that today. In this drawer we have like liquid lipstick here, some extra lip liners, some shadow sticks from ColourPop right here. These are blushes from Mary Kay. Actually forgot to use these in my Mary Kay video. In this drawer we have just regular like bullet lipsticks. So here's like mostly Mary Kay. I have there's some glosses I was looking for. That's why it pays to go through your collection. I've been looking for these glosses. Okay, I have a couple MAC lipsticks that I'm going to take out. Over here we have some eyeshadow palettes. These are mostly ColourPop. I believe they're all ColourPop, honestly. I'm making everything shake. So these are more like drugstore palettes. Not all, but mostly. Like I have BH Cosmetics chilling in Chicago. This is not drugstore. This is the Spanglish from Alamar Cosmetics. Jouer. I'm sorry. This is the Juno & Co. Press glitters. None of those really are standing out to me. Here's She Glam. That can kind of go up here. Here is my new favorite ADH palette. I love this one. Oh my gosh. I love this Yakiana palette from ABH2. Oh, so pretty. Chocolate Donut from Glamlite. So pretty. Barely used Lunar Beauty palette. Here's some extra concealers that I don't use a lot. I'll take a look at them and see if there's anything that looks appealing today. So these very bottom ones, this just is some lashes that I have. Some extra powders. This is my ColourPop, almost all ColourPop. This is a Juvia's Place highlighter. This is just some extra, I think, primers. Just an extras drawer. And my Mary Kay drawer. I'm going to take this Too Faced Peach, Primed and Peachy primer. And I'm going to take this Jaclyn under eye powder. Okay, so we picked stuff from the other side. And I set my camera up and then I was like, wait a minute, I didn't do this side. I'm crazy. I'm so crazy. Anyway, I'm just going to take the drawers out and show you what's in the drawers instead of moving my camera. It's a bit of a process. So that's why we're just going to do it this way. So hope you guys don't mind. My setup really hasn't changed. I promise it looks the same. So this is my Natasha Denona drawer. This is one drawer I can hold up and show you. Full of Natasha Denona. It's heavy. I honestly should probably like switch this one out with one from the bottom because this is on top because of course I love Natasha Denona. So we have the Natasha Denona. I'm not going to go through every single palette I own, but I will show you some. Natasha Denona Retro, the newest My Dream palette, the Love palette, the Glam palette, Glam Face Light, Glam Face Dark, right? Yes. The Bronze palette, Natasha Denona Biba palette. This is one of my larger Natasha palettes. The only large Natasha palette I own. I have some of those mid-size palettes, but these actually came in BoxyCharm, so I didn't actually purchase these. But one is the Iona palette and one is the Peak palette. So I have those two. I have a bunch of little minis from Natasha. This is, I can't even look at it. I can't see it. This is Mini Zendo, Mini Biba, Mini Metropolis, Mini Retro, Mini Gold, and the Mini Love. I also have the Love Cheek Duo from her, and I have the Rose Cheek Duo, and I have the My Dream Cheek Trio. I also have a Charlotte Tilbury Queen of Glow Luxury palette. And then I have this larger Charlotte Tilbury palette, and I'm so careful with this one because I have one shadow that likes to pop out of here. But it's so pretty. I just had to show you the inside on this one. Next is my Pat McGrath palettes. Lots of those. This one doesn't actually fit in here. This is my Bridgerton palette. My Pat McGrath Mothership Divine Rose. Mothership Subversive. Mothership Subliminal. Divine Rose 2 and Bronze Seduction. So those are my larger palettes, I guess. And I have these little things. This is from the Bridgerton collab. I also have this blush and a highlighter from the Bridgerton collection. I also have this Sydney Grace Tiny Marbles palette that was laying on top of my collection here. I have this Patrick Ta palette, the Major Dimension 2. I I have all my Lunar Beauty palettes. I'm not going to get them all out just because there's a ton and we would be here forever. But I have Lunar Beauty Nude Prism, Moon Spell, Greek Goddess, and Eternal Eclipse. I also have Laura Lee's Bronze Lit Kit and Glaze Lit Kit. I have the Nudie Patootie from her. I have Nudie number 2. I also have some single shadows from Laura Lee, which are very beautiful. And then these are, where are these from? These larger shadows are from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and they're very beautiful. So gorgeous, actually. Oh, I also have this from Laura Lee Cosmetics. It's the Candy Skies, the pastels. I have some from Dominique Cosmetics, Latte 2. I have some Sigma palettes, the Sigma Untamed, the Sigma Quarter Rosa, and the Cinderella palette. I also have this Sigma Rosy palette. I have lots of Huda Beauty. I almost couldn't say that one. Lots of Huda Beauty. Okay. So we have the Wild Jaguar, Khaki Haze, and the Nude Medium palette from Huda. Then I also have the New Nudes, the Desert Dusk, Rose Gold Remastered, the Naughty Nudes, Rose Quartz, and Mercury Retrograde. I have this one from Sydney Grace, which is also where the Tiny Marbles palette was from. I don't remember if I said that, but this is the Summer Days palette from Sydney Grace. Then from Juvia's Place, we have the Nomad, the Warrior 2. We have the Bronze Rustic, the Blush Rose, the Rebel Army, the Rebel Grays, the Rebel Honey, and the Rebel Mints. In the bottom drawer, I have a ton of different palettes. First, I have this one that I've only used maybe once or twice, and this is the Marc Jacobs Fantasine Iconic palette. Then I have this Luster from Alter Ego, which is a dupe for, was it the Divine Rose? I think it's Divine Rose palette from Pat McGrath. Hey Hey Vacay from LA Girl. Tati Beauty palette. I love this palette. I'm so sad that this is no longer available. Nikki Tutorials and Beauty Bay. I have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and then the Morphe Bronze Gold palette. I have these Ofra palettes. One is the Good to Go, and one is Life's a Draft, which is the Samantha March collab. I have this BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle palette. This has, oh, it's cracked. I did not know that. So this has three highlighters and 3 bronzers, I think. I have the Melt Rust palette, Naked Wild West from Urban Decay. I have this Casey Holmes collab with Physicians Formula. Then I have this Becca palette, which is the Pop Goes the Glow Champagne Pop Face and Eye palette. I just really wanted the Champagne Pop highlighter, and that's why I got this. I might actually use that highlighter, so I'm going to keep that out. Also, I have the Lorac Pro palette. This is the Pro 3, I think. Beautiful shades in here, very my speed neutrals. Then I have the Just Peachy Mattes from Too Faced. I have the Teddy Bear palette from Too Faced. Cinnamon Swirl from Too Faced. Pumpkin Spice from Too Faced. The Natural Nudes from Too Faced. And the Sweet Peach palette from Too Faced. I also have the Glamlight Michaela palettes. I also have the smaller of the 2 palettes. I'm very torn on what to do for eyeshadow. Well, I think I'm going to use this Pat McGrath palette because I just realized I've had it for quite some time and I haven't even used it. It is Mothership 3 Subversive. So pretty. Very excited for that one. Let me finish showing you some of these drawers. Alright, so this drawer is my foundation, like what I use the most. So I do need to pick a primer from here. I've actually not used this one in a while. It just caught my eye. It is the Shape Tape Pour and Prime Balm. So I'm going to use that one. And I might use a little bit of this one because it's almost used up. It's the Benefit Professional Light Primer. This might be my favorite Benefit primer because I used to be a huge fan of the Professional until I realized that it's what made my makeup slip and slide all over my face. When I became a little bit more educated about primers, I realized that that's what I didn't like about it. So yeah, this one's really good. This drawer has concealers, and then it has some like cream blushes and bronzer. So I can tell you I haven't used this in a while and I want to. It's the Rare Beauty bronzer, and it's the bronzer stick in Power Boost. I'm going to use that. And then for concealer, I want to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, but it's a little bit dark, so I do want to use something to brighten it up. Let's see. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer and this, and try both of those. I might use this Merit blush because I really like the shade on it, but it depends kind of how the eyes come out if I use it or not. But it is the shade Cheeky. And I also have this one, which is a lot more of powder products. So bronzers, all kinds of stuff. I might use this glowish bronzer from Huda Beauty because I love that for a bit. We might use this Exposed blush from Tarte. It is a powder blush, by the way. Then I have a drawer full of powder products here. I might use this Dior powder. We'll see. I also have a drawer that's right in front of me, and I have a lot of blushes, blush palettes, etc. So I have the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush palette. I have the Nude Prism blush palette, in which I might pull this instead of this Tarte blush, just because there's some beautiful shades in here. So I might pull this one. I also have the Rouge Romance from Jaclyn. I have the Saharan from Juvia's. The All-Star Face palette from Physicians Formula. The Benefit Cheek Leaders palette, which I've had for a while. Very beautiful. The Blush Aesthetic from Morley Los Angeles. I'm actually going to pull this instead of this one, just because these shades I feel like will go better with that palette. So that one's coming out. I also have the Juvia's Place Bronze Light palette and the Blush Volume 2 palette in here. I have the Tarteist Pro Glow. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm, which that was last year thing, but still very beautiful. I have Hourglass. This is the Lighting Edit Sculpture Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, which is super light, so I don't know about that one. You know what? It's been a while. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna use it. The Sigma Cinderella Duo. I have my Jaclyn highlighters, which I use these a lot, so I'm not going to use them today. My Danessa Myricks cheek. I might use that today. And then Jaclyn baked face duos. And except for that top drawer, that's really, you know, I showed you pretty much everything in that. And then I have this drawer of mascaras. A lot of mascara. It's been a while since I used the Fenty one, so let's use it. If it's not dried up. If it is, we'll use this little Bite Beauty one. I'm going to use the Tarte Busy Gal because I don't use that a lot. So, and when it comes for liners and all that good stuff, we'll get into this right here. Okay, so let's get into this because I feel like I've been picking out stuff forever. All right, so you guys know I love this eyeshadow primer. However, I'm out completely. So, trashing it out. I also finished up this CoverGirl pencil, so I'm going to trash that one. I finished this She Glam. Finished all that. I just wanted to let you know I do finish things. But for eye primer, I thought I could use my Juvia's Place eye primer or this Pero Primero Alamar Cosmetics primer. I feel like I'm going to use this one because I've not used it in a little bit. So why not, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm putting it on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to take this concealer brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to kind of spread that around. Now the reason I love primers that you can just dip into is because you don't need an extra something, you know, you can just like dip in and be done. It feels really tacky, which is not bad, but I feel like these colors are gonna grab on super thick. So I think what I'm gonna do is start with this shade here. It's actually called Deep Shade. I'm gonna take a fluffy blending brush into that, and I'm gonna get it on my my brush, not my blush, but on my brush, and I'm going to start in this outer corner, and I'm just going to kind of build it just a bit right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a tiny bit of setting powder and blend the edges just because I don't have a light shade in that palette, and this will just help kind of diffuse it a bit. It's beautiful. It's just a little deeper than what I normally go in the crease. Next, I'm going to take this brown shade here called Lazarus, and I'm going to just pat it here in this outer corner just to deepen things up. It is a shimmer, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take this purple shade called Night Creature, and that's going just kind of in the middle. And then I'm so torn between these two. I think I'm going to take this one. It's called VR Pink. It just has such a pretty reflect. And I'm taking it on my finger, and I'm going to put it in the inner corner. Okay, and then I'm going to take this ABH liner. It is dip and draw. Not my favorite, but it'll work. I like this palette so far, and I know that this is a simple look, but I feel like it's still kind of fallish because I have the brown tones and I like it. So, very beautiful. The black in here is so beautiful. Extreme black is what it's called. I've not actually used it, but I have a feeling I'm going to, so stay tuned for that. When I said I needed a primer, I forgot I picked this one, so let's see what it's looking like. It's been a little bit since I used this one. So here's what that peach primer looked like. I did end up spreading out a lot. Not on purpose, but should we throw it back and really use like the foundation with this too? What do you guys think? Should we do this? It's been a while. Doesn't smell bad. So that was a fail. It looked very cakey. I have a vague memory of using that in another video. I don't know how long ago it's been, but it just didn't look good. So that's a no. It's probably too old, truth be told, and it just was very cakey right through here. So that's gonna be a no for me. Okay, so let's just use this because it's not as old. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Pore and Prime Balm. And I'm actually going to just dig my nail in because it's what I do with most of my like pore filling primers like this. So we're going to go with the NARS Soft Matte. This is like really good coverage. So, okay, so I got a sponge to put this on because I've not used a sponge in forever. Much better. So I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Power Boost Bronzer Stick. So this Merit blush, I feel like it's not the right color. I feel like it might be almost too warm for this. I feel like we got some more cooler tones on our eyes today. Okay, from the palette, I'm going to take this deepest shade and this shade and mix them together to see what we come up with. Almost look like I have two bruised cheeks. It's okay. It's all good. I don't. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Huda Beauty. And I'm just taking a dab on the back of my hand. And I'm just mixing it in as I blend. And then here's the Jaclyn powder I pulled. Ooh, it's everywhere. This is also supposed to brighten. I feel like it did. I'm going to take the Dior powder and set the rest of my face. I've just been using pressed powder so much more lately. And a lot of people talk about getting hard pan in this, and mine did get hard pan too. But I feel like everybody I've seen has hard pan in there. Let's use Charlotte Tilbury today. Just because. It actually looks pretty nice. Why did I think it was dark before, or light before? Then I'm going to take my Laura Lee Blush Aesthetic palette, and I'll probably mix like these three right here. I went ahead and did my brows, and I used some different things. I used the Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil, Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pen from Juvia's Place, and then the Busy Gal Brows from Tarte. Let's finish these eyes. So I kind of messed up my liner just a bit with my concealer, just on, not on purpose, but on accident. So I'm going to take this black and I want to go over my liner. Then I'm also going to take that black liner and just go underneath the eye here. Like about a third of the way in. I just like to join it. I just think it looks more seamless that way. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this brown and then just kind of buff along there. And I did just buff it all the way in. I wasn't going to, but I decided to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to take my Becca palette and I'm just going to take Champagne Pop. I'm also going to take that in the inner corner. And on the brow bone. And not to brag, but I did hit pan on this. I don't know if you can be able to tell because it's a tiny, tiny little bit, but I did. When you have a makeup collection like this, when you make a tiny little dent into something, it's just like amazing. So you have to celebrate those little things. So I'm going to take my Kokie Velvet Smooth eyeliner. This is not high-end, but it's the best black eyeliner I know. So here is the Fenty mascara, which looks pretty. I got these lashes from Amazon, I think. Okay, let's try them. I have this lash glue liner and I'm just too lazy to go for the other one. I don't want to get up and get my other one, so this is why I'm using it. Well, that was pretty simple. It didn't take very much, so. And they're pretty too, actually. I was a little skeptical, just, you never know. Sometimes you can get really nice things from Amazon for a very inexpensive price, and sometimes you can buy a lemon, who knows. But I really like these, so nice. Okay, so I'm gonna use my KKW Nude 0.5 lip liner, and KKW is no longer available, so I do apologize for using it. But so the lips are lined. My lips are incredibly chapped right now, and this used to be like my love. This is the Selena Vive. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's from the Selena and MAC collection. Or I have MAC Honey Love, which I think I'm going to use. So there's Honey Love. I think I'm going to put a little bit of the Selena one on too. I don't even think I'm going to put a gloss on. I think I'm going to just leave it like that. I just realized I hadn't even lit my candle. How crazy. Anyway, so my husband just came down to tell me goodbye for work. He's like, I like that on your eyes. He's like, the pink purple, and it does have like a pink purple shift, and it's really, really pretty, and I feel like it's a very nice look with the brown that I have on. It's a very good look. I almost thought I had my shirt on inside out for a second. I'm crazy. But yeah, so like it's a very nice, like, I feel like you could wear this in the fall and it would be very, very fall appropriate. So with a nude lip, I kind of, when I do something a bit more dramatic with my eyes, such as black liner, bolder shadow, anything like that, I like to do a nude lip just to kind of balance things out, because if I have a bold lip and a bold eye, I feel like it's just like screaming at everybody like, look at me, and I'm just not that type of person. Like, I'm not like, look at me. So anyway, that's just my own preference. I'm not telling you you have to, I'm just telling you that's how I like to do things. So it was a little bit of a different shop my stash video. Sorry that I didn't really show you all of back here, like where I sat, but it's a job moving out that camera, and I don't know why I didn't think about it before I moved it back. I'm just so crazy. But nonetheless, you got to see the other part. The drawers that are right here in front of me, like, I need to redo that a bit, because like what's in these drawers right here that I was showing, like holding up and showing you, some of that stuff can go into some of those drawers, because I have like some empty ones that are right there. I need some better organization in my life, as usual. So yeah, like, I feel like there's more that can be done to organize my life a little bit better. So I should try to do that and get a handle on things. I will shut up now and end the video. I'm always a talker, so I hope you guys are staying safe, happy, and healthy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so very much. I'm sorry videos don't come as quickly as they used to, but doing as good of a job as I possibly can with just juggling everything in life right now. So thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next one. Bye guys.